Like the start of most Silver Surfer stories, we begin with Galactus and his arrival. But this time around, he isn't here to eat, only to cause chaos. Because of his promise not to harm Earth, he found an alternative way to destroy the planet: religion. He promises to end war, poverty, and crime in return for being worshipped. With this deal being offered, a new religion is formed, and with this religion comes people willing to take advantage of it for their own good. Colton Candle, a man hungry enough to take any opportunity given to him to claim power. He already has a dwindling following which he would like to strengthen and grow. He plans to use Galactus to re-establish his gathering by proclaiming himself a prophet who can communicate with Galactus directly. Doing this not only makes the public fall in line to follow him, but also strengthens public belief in Galactus. All this creates a snowball effect into chaos where non-believers of Galactus and his promises are treated as heretics and blasphemers, which of course gives his followers an excuse to harm those who stand against him. And as a prophet of Galactus, Colton now has the power he was looking for. The chaos begins because all religions are now moot. The people now have no reason to obey the order of things and ironically begin to commit more and more crimes. This is Galactus's plan in effect and the beginning of the age of Galactus, or the end of the world. Witnessing this chaos, the Surfer decides to put an end to all of this by first coming in contact with Colton, who has just been making up reasons not to tell his followers to chill out a little. Being called out as a fraud, Colton orders the Silver Surfer to be killed, but is brought back to his senses by his sister, Elena, who's a lot more sensible. She decides to talk to the Surfer, who asks her if she does not see the harm her brother is bringing to the world by spreading the fake teachings of Galactus. He questions the fact that although being told this religion will bring peace and unity, it has only brought destruction and chaos. She acknowledges the fact that there has been a lot of chaos these days, but goes on to question who the Surfer thinks he is and what the Surfer could do to make a difference. He then hits her with a cold ass line on how anybody can make a difference and proceeds to style on her stupid, ugly, non-silver body, then leaves to speak to Galactus to put an end to all this chaos. As the public looks up at the Surfer in disbelief, we see him discussing the actions Galactus has taken on Earth. He reminds Galactus of his promise, but Galactus hasn't broken his word because he simply hasn't attacked the Earth. Because of this loophole, the Surfer is left with no other choice but to try to convince the public to change their beliefs. This attempt is returned with calls for death, violence, and a strengthening in the belief of Galactus. Their attacks trigger Galactus to fight the Surfer with his own hands, causing a lot of collateral damage as the Surfer tries to flee. Because of all this, Elena tries to talk some sense into her brother, who has been lost in the sauce of being seen as Galactus's religious head, leading him to not allow any questions to his make-believe loyalty to Galactus. The battle between Silver Surfer and Galactus continues as Galactus sends blasts to the Surfer, which he dodges, causing more and more damage to the city, which I don't know how this is not considered an attack on Earth, because I guess he's shooting at the Surfer and the Surfer dodged, and then the attack hit Earth and he didn't directly have an intent of attacking Earth. But it's okay, I don't care that much. We'll move on. Ultimately, the Surfer is unable to escape Galactus and is drawn back to the battle as onlookers begin to splinter into either rooting for Galactus or the Silver Surfer. As Elena continues to try to put an end to this religion by speaking to Galactus, she steals a military helicopter which she is shot for in the process. While on her last legs, she flies the helicopter to the battle as it becomes more and more intense. But because of her weakened state, she begins to lose control and crash, getting the attention of both the Surfer and Galactus. The Surfer tries to save the helicopter from crashing but is stopped by Galactus, leading to the death of Elena. The public, witnessing the order of events, are taken out of their religious trance and are now willing to fight against Galactus. Even Colton, struck with grief, proclaims how Galactus has forsaken him and how he is a fraud. With the Surfer not looking so good in his fight against Galactus, the military steps in to fight against Galactus. Now they know his intentions are not just. Seeing that the people of Earth no longer worship him, Galactus gets on his spaceship and leaves very sad, and the day is saved. I don't know if I'm wrong in this, but I think that has to be one of the easiest ways Galactus has ever been taken off of the Earth or been stopped from destroying a planet. As an effort to apologize to the Surfer and acknowledge his efforts against Galactus, he is invited to the UN where he is praised and people try to talk him into being the next world leader, as the people have seen his actions are just. In an effort to make the people of Earth see the error of their ways, he accepts the role under a few conditions conditions. Everything he asks for must be given, and every command must be followed. A third of the world's wealth must be set aside for the surfer's personal use. The surfer will not be held to any man-made law. When the surfer is present, all shall rise, and only those he allows may speak. All these being ridiculous wishes only an evil man-god will ask for, causes the people to curse out the surfer and immediately cast him out of society. Only Colton sees them as an obvious lesson for why you shouldn't give one person so much power over you. He tries to tell this to the crowd, but he is drowned out by all the angry screams as they chase away the surfer. The issue ends in his maximum swag position. This was a short story made by Stan Lee and drawn by Mobius. I love everything about how this story is told and how it covers how quickly people are willing to abandon their morals in the name of religions, and how the concept of religion by itself could be detrimental to society. The book comes as a very anti-religious book, but not in a way that is too edgy or cringe, but in a way that puts the responsibility of how religion is practiced on the people that follow it, while taking time to condemn anyone that is willing to use religion as a way to gain power over people that are willing to follow their religion. I like how this story could have been told with any other superheroes or any other characters in the Marvel mythos, but clearly we got to see the Silver Surfer and Galactus, because I'm pretty sure Stan Lee said the Silver Surfer was his favorite character, so that made sense. This issue also clearly takes place out of the normal Earth continuity, because while the whole Galactus incident was going down, we didn't see any appearances from any other Marvel heroes in the universe. I also got the feeling that this might have been set sometime in the future of Earth where there aren't any superheroes, because at some point we see the Surfer walking around in Abandonware or something. I don't know if there's any issues connecting to this issue or if this is a standalone thing by itself. If there's any connection between this issue and a previous storyline that explains why every other hero on this Earth is gone, or whether they're in the future, or any person that knows the backstory for this, you could comment down below just to inform me on whether I need to cover that issue as well, or if I just need to read it. If you had fun watching this video, I recommend you subscribe. I make pretty good videos from here and there, and I'm going to start rolling out a few Lanterns videos that I've been working on very soon.